Okay, so we are going to study the instantaneous center method. So we are seeing first a 4-bar mechanism, a simple 4-bar mechanism in which the dimensions are given. AB is equal to 300 mm, BC is equal to CD is equal to 360 mm, AD 600 mm, angle BAD is given 60 degree, and as I told you that one link angular velocity should be known, or linear velocity. So omega AB is given 100 rpm. With respect to this link, we can calculate the unknown entity that is being asked. Omega BC means angular velocity of link BC we have to calculate with the help of instantaneous center method. So at the first, what we will be doing, we will draw a space diagram first. So let me just draw the space diagram. For the same, we need to draw it with the dimensions. Now if the dimensions are larger, then you can fix up some scale. You can take either 2:1, 1:2. Now the dimensions, in that case, what you should do is you should just check which is the largest link. So here in this dimensions, the 600 mm is the largest link. So you can see whether 600 mm is possible to draw with the 1:1 scale or not. So it will be 60 centimeter. That will be very larger, right? So better we should take a scale. So scale, we will going to take it as a, say, 100 mm for the space diagram. So 1 centimeter is equal to 100 mm, right? So with this scale, we will be drawing these all dimensions. So very first, they have given AB is equal to 300. AB is equal to 300 mm, right? So accordingly, let me just draw that line. Angle BAD is given 60 degree, right? And BC is equal to CD is equal to 360. Now, so AD is 600 mm. So it will be 6 centimeter line I'm going to draw, right? So 6 centimeter line. So from here 2 to 8. So this will be my AD, right? Let me just name this. And also given that AD link is fixed. So this link is fixed, right? So AD we have drawn. Angle BAD is 60. Now we'll draw a 60 degree angle. So this is your 60 degree, right? So this will be my point B, but AB is 300. So I'm going to draw a 3 centimeter line. Because 100 mm is equal to 1 centimeter. So 3 centimeter line I have drawn. So this will be my point B. This will be my point B. Now BC is equal to CD is equal to 360 mm. So I'll take the dimension of 3.6 centimeter, right? So 3.6. So from B, I will draw an arc for marking the point C, right? From C, this is point D, I'm so sorry. So from B, I'll arc for point C, and from point D, I will arc for the point C, like this. So wherever they will merge, that intersection point will give me point C. So here we can complete the space diagram very easily here. So that's it. Now this is 60 degree, right? Now this is called as space diagram. This is called as space diagram. Now the next task is to locate the instantaneous center. Now because this is 4-bar mechanism, so number of instantaneous center will be not more than 6. So it will be very easy to locate those all instantaneous center. And as we have already discussed that the method of locating the instantaneous center, so let me just revise it once again through this example. So very first we will calculate how to find out the number of instantaneous centers present in the mechanism. So basic equation which we are using is n is equal to n into n minus 1 divided by 2. So n will be number of links. So number of links are 4. So 4 into 4 minus 1 divided by 2. So that will give me 6. So 6 eye centers will be there. Now the name of these eye centers will be find out through the bookkeeping table method. So bookkeeping table is saying if 4 links are there, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So if 4 links are there, then the first eye center will be I12, I13 and I14. Then in next column I23, I24. In the next one I34. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So 6 eye centers are there. These are the names. Now there are two categories of eye centers. First one is primary and another one is secondary. So primary centers means fixed and permanent type of eye centers. So that we can easily locate it through the inspection. Now let us just name these linkages. Let us say if we are going to name these linkages, say that this is link number 1 which is fixed, right? This is link number 2, link number 3 and link number 4. So this point will be I12, this point will be I23, this point is I34 and this point eye center will be I14. So I12, I14, I23 and I34 we have located. Now these two are remain to locate. These are secondary eye centers, means not fixed nor permanent, nor fixed and nor permanent type of eye centers. Now to locate these eye centers we can use Kennedy's theorem, right? So through the Kennedy's theorem, as we have discussed, that if 3 links are moving relative to each other, then their eye centers will going to lie on a straight line. I'm going little fast because we have already discussed this topic. So I13 and I24. So for I13, 1 and 3. So 1 and 3 is connected with the 2 links. So with the 2 and link number 4. So 1, 2, 3, if this 3 links set and 3, 4, 1, this another 3 link set will provide me I13 instantaneous center. So let us take the set first, 1, 2 and 3, and second set will be 1, 4 and 3, right? 1, 4 and 3. Now 3 links, so 3 eye centers will be there. So 1, 2, 2, 3 and 1, 3. Same way here, 1, 4, 3, 4 and 1, 3. Now you can see here 1, 3 is common, which is unknown. So that we can get it when we are going to draw lines from 1, 2, 2, 3 and 1, 4, 3, 4. Let us just try to draw these lines now. And now what Kennedy's theorem is saying, 3 links are moving with respect to each other, relative to each other. Then there will be 3 eye centers and these 3 eye centers will lie on a straight line. So straight line, it means simple. Now this is 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 3. So let me draw that straight line. So now let me draw that dotted line. You can draw it on this side or on the down side, anywhere, right? So this is right. So this is extension. Now I got to know that I13 will going to lie on the same line. It can be on this side or on the other side, anywhere, right? Same way 1, 4, 3, 4. So 1, 4, 3, 4, 1, 4, 3, 4. Now I got to know that there will be intersection. So I don't need to draw a line on this side. So intersection will be on this side. So this is, so the intersection point of these 2 extensions will give me I13, right? Same way now, I24, same, you just check it now, 2 and 4. Now link 2 is connected with 1 and 3. Link 4 is connected with this, what you say, link 2 and 4 we have to find out. So 1, let me just take it. Now 2 and 4. For 2 and 4, we are going to see that 2, 4 is connected with 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4 and 2, 1, 4. 2, 1, 4. Now 3 links, 3 eye centers. So 2, 3, 3, 4 and 2, 4. Same way 2, 1, 1, 4 and 2, 4. So 2, 4 is common. So this is unknown. We have to locate this. Now we can locate it with the help of these 2 extension lines. So 2, 3, 3, 4. So 2, 3 and 3, 4. This is. Now it may be going outside this paper. So just bear me. Right. And same way 2, 1, 1, 4. 2, 1, 1, 4. So this will be a straight line. So wherever they will merge, that will be my point 2, 4. So somewhere here, those 2 lines will going to merge with each other, right? Now this is about location of all the eye centers. Now we have to find out the angular velocity of BC as it has been asked to calculate. Now very simple, we can calculate it with the help of basic velocities equation, right? We know a basic equation of velocity V is equal to R into omega, or omega is equal to V by R. So these 2 basic equations we have to use, right? Now how we can use this equation and how we can calculate it. Now we know given is omega AB. Now A point is fixed. A point is fixed. Now accordingly, velocity of BA means linear velocity of link BA, or you can say velocity of point B. Because A point is fixed, then we can say that it is velocity, absolute velocity of point B. So these both are same, will be equal to R omega. So R is nothing but radius of the link AB and omega is nothing but angular velocity of the link AB. Now omega is given in RPM, so we have to convert it into radian per second. So we know omega is equal to 2 pi n by 60. So n is given, it is given 100 RPM. So 2 into shift pi into 100 divided by 60. So it is coming 10.47. Omega is equal to 10.47. Now radius of the link is given 300. So it will be 0.3 meter per second. So into 0.3. So it is coming 3.141 meter per second. So this is the absolute velocity of point B, or you can say VBA, right? Now the reason behind calculating this one, because we have to calculate angular velocity of BC. Now see here, you can calculate the angular velocity of BC by 3 different ways. Very first way is omega BC is equal to VBC divided by RBC. This is simple, but in this case we don't know RBC. Velocity of BC, linear velocity of link BC, we don't know that, right? Relative velocity of link BC, we don't know. So we can't calculate, because in this equation there will be 2 unknown now. Now another thing, that is why we have located this 1, 3 now. Now we need to find out a common instantaneous center about which this link BC is rotating. So this is I13, right? So I13. Now with the help of this common eye center, with the help of this common eye center, we can calculate the angular velocity of BC. Now how we can calculate? We can calculate it with the help of absolute velocity. Now because B and C are the 2 points there on the link BC. Now if with respect to link BC, then if I want to calculate angular velocity of BC through this eye center, then it will be equal to velocity of B divided by, now this B point is rotating on this about this eye center 1 3 with the link BC. Now the radius will be in that case I13B for this velocity of B, right? If I am considering it with respect to link BC, right? So I13B. Same way, if I want to calculate it with respect to point C, then omega BC will be equal to VC divided by, now for C point radius will be I13C, right? Now we know VB, we can calculate BC. We know I13B, you can simply measure and convert it into scale because we have taken the scale 1 centimeter equal to 100 mm. So the distance is, this is 47, right? So it is nothing but 447, right? So it is nothing but 470 mm. So this distance is, sorry, not this one. So distance is this one, 470 mm. We know VB, it is 3.14. So 3.14 divided by 470 mm it is, now it should be meter, 0.47. So the answer is 6 point omega BC will be equal to VB is 3.14 divided by 0.47. So answer will be equal to 6.68 radian per second. Now extra, if we want to calculate angular velocity of CD, now for knowing the angular velocity of CD, we are calculating some extra dimensions now, extra entities. We have already calculated this. Now if they have asked us to calculate omega CD, how we can calculate? We know the velocity of point C. How we can calculate that? We can calculate it from this equation. I know now omega BC. So put down this value here. I know I13C. Measure this, convert it into scale. Right? Convert it into scale. You will get VC. So if you get VC, so you can calculate omega CD as well. How you can calculate? Omega CD will be equal to RCD. R means radius of CD, right? I'm sorry, RCD velocity of CD divided by RCD, right? Now velocity of CD is nothing but velocity of C because D point is fixed. So you can say either velocity of CD or you can say VC, right? You can also calculate some extra dimension, right? You know now VC, put down this value. You know RCD, distance is given, it is 360 mm, so 0.36. So you can get omega CD. Now you can calculate angular velocity of BC as well. Angular velocity of BC we have calculated, velocity of B with respect to C, relative velocity of BC, right? That also you can calculate. How? Now you know BC, you put down the radius, it is given 360. Now you can calculate BC. So by knowing one dimension, one angular velocity or linear velocity, you can calculate all the possible dimensions of that mechanism.